Hi everyone, and welcome to this super short and sweet Yin Yoga practice, specifically targeted to the hips, the hamstrings, and the spine. You'll just need yourself a bolster or a cushion, and let's get started. So bring yourself down to your mat, whether or not you sit on a cushion or a block, or if you have a blanket, it doesn't matter. Starting to focus on our breath. We want to get our bellies as big as possible here, so shut down your eyes. And slowly start to breathe. Noticing this next inhale as your belly starts to expand. Feel everything start to puff up, almost like a balloon. Feel as much air as you can in your belly. Hold. And then as you breathe out, slowly let the belly draw to the spine. Feeling the whole body soften down. And pause. Breathe in, start to feel the belly expand. You'll notice, like a wave, the belly moves. You'll feel the breath move into the lungs, the heart space, the chest, and then the neck. And then as you exhale, you can actually let the body soften down. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. The chest drops, the lungs, the heart, and then the belly to the spine. Just continue with this breath, fully leaning into these inhales and exhales. Working at your own pace here. Connecting to this moment, letting go of your day. When you feel ready, gently start to make your way onto your hands and knees, and if you have a prop nearby, please grab that. I'm not going to talk much through this little sequence. I just invite you to drop in because it is only a short sequence. The first shape that we're going for is a dragon lunge. So starting to bring the right knee above the right ankle and supporting yourself with any props, cushions, or blocks that you have, and starting to drop down into that back hip flexor. I invite you now to start to find some softness, to shut down your eyes, and to actually surrender yourself down. In our yin shapes, we want to find this place of finding our edge. It's a place where we can stay that may feel uncomfortable, but definitely not painful. So settling yourself down now into this space. And I invite you just to reconnect with your breath in and your breath out. And give yourself permission to let go. Take one more full breath in, feel everything rise. As you breathe out, just stay. And very slowly draw your belly to your spine and use your forearms to press down into the prop and very gently make your way up and slowly pushing the prop out from underneath you. I'm going to start to move this shape straight into our next, which is a hamstring stretch. So allowing the torso to fold over the extended right leg, allowing yourself to use any props that you need. So we're using exactly the same leg forward that we did for our lunge. taking your time to find where you need to be for this stretch. It is most definitely not about coming out into full splits or half splits. It's about stretching the connective tissue and fascia of the hamstring. It's allowing yourself to soften your shoulders, to land into the shape, and let go of any tension, and let yourself just be. Taking one more breath in here. Stay for your exhale. Start to engage the belly to the spine. Use the strength of your arms to ridiculously slowly move that right leg back. And we're coming from here just into a few movements with the spine. So I want you to just be really intuitive here. Work with whatever feels comfortable. So I like to just bend my elbows, rock left to right, round my spine. It's a really nice way to move energy, chi through the body, especially in Yin Yoga. Just invite you to really just come back to yourself here and just move the spine in any direction that feels good. Our next shape is going to be a dangle or a forward fold. I love to use a bolster for this. If you find your hamstrings are tight, I really recommend stacking a few blocks on top of your bolster so that you can actually keep your legs straight and rest your hands down onto the blocks. Doesn't matter if the spine is flat, but really, really use the support of any extra blocks on your bolster so that you can try your best to keep straight legs here. And then just let your head go. This is so good for our posterior chain. We tend to, as a culture, sit down in chairs a lot, therefore shortening the muscles of the hip flexors, the hamstrings, the quadriceps, and of course the psoas. And we find we can get so tight in these muscles, and you add also shoes and limited movement that we do these days. And we find we're living in such tight bodies. So this shape particularly is a beautiful way to stretch the whole posterior chain, to get some length into the hamstrings and allow the blood to run to the head. Let yourself go. Take one more breath in here and stay for the exhale. Slowly engage the belly to the spine, push through the hands, wriggle your feet out wide, and really slowly make your way down into a yogi squat. Now you can slide the bolster under your bum if you need to support yourself here. We want to try to keep the feet flat on the floor. So again, you can chalk up the heels with a towel or with the mat. It's a great option. but we're just literally coming down into a really natural shape for our bodies, into a yogi squat. So the elbows are placed on the inside of the knees, and I'm just letting my hips sink down, and I'm stretching out my wrists too by placing my hands together in namaste hands. Again, close down your eyes and just breathe. Our squat is a position that we should be in nearly every day for about 5 minutes. So yin really helps to deepen that. Take one more breath in and a breath out. I invite you to very slowly start to come forward, and if there's any other movements you need here, take it. If not, start to step your left foot forward now. So I know it is the reverse in this video, but I'm just sort of guiding through as I was going through the movements here. So you should be on your left leg now, coming into that dragon lunge. Again, support yourself with a bolster, blocks, whatever you need to place under your hands to come to that place where it feels slightly uncomfortable but not painful, where you can relax into your edge. They say that for every hour you sit, we should spend a minute into our hip flexor stretch. We all have time. You know, we look at how much time we spend on our phones and our devices, on scrolling, on content that is not necessarily doing us any favors. So I've kept this video quite short to actually give time back to ourselves. And when we give back to ourselves, when we start to show up and we start to put ourselves first and fill our own cup, we start to get that back to us. You know, we start to allow ourselves to have more energy. We start to allow ourselves to feel good. We start to allow ourselves to have more compassion, to offer ourselves more kindness, to give ourselves permission to say no. And this is what self-care is all about. We are all so good at giving, you know, constantly giving out to others, or, you know, helping another along their way, or constantly doing things for another person, but we're all not so great at receiving. And this has to be a balanced approach. If we are out there giving all the time, it is so important to let ourselves receive. So take one more breath where you are. Stay for your exhale. And when you feel ready, we'll start to transition into that hamstring stretch. So taking your time to find your hip hinge. Again, you can stay in this upright variation. If your hamstrings are tight, please just be here. Support yourself with the bolster. You can put your hands on the bolster, or if you feel a little bit more open, feel free to slide forward a little bit more. Bolsters are great underneath that upper part of the thigh, but just do your best to relax your shoulders back down. It's really easy to hold the tension up near our ears in these poses. It doesn't help us one bit. So I invite you to soften, pause, shut down your eyes, and just be. Alright guys, taking one more breath in and a breath out, stay. Engage your belly, move slow as you push into the hands, slowly sliding that left leg around. Moving ridiculously slow as you start to make your way down to the ground in a rebound. Let yourself be held, completely held. Soften your face, your shoulders. Let your belly relax. Give yourself permission to receive. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to extend that left arm out to the side. So we start to come onto the right fingertips and slowly start to lift that right leg up and over. Now this might be enough for you. I have loved lately bringing that bottom foot under and resting my heel on top of the bottom heel. The other option here is to bring that top arm over and come into half a bind. A beautiful stretch for the shoulder, an opportunity to relax those upper back muscles down, and a really, really nice twist for the spine, and a gorgeous hip opener as well. Let yourself just melt into this shape. Let your head rest. Let yourself go. Slowly starting to bring that right arm back if it was in half a bind. Starting to rotate that right hip back over. You'll start to land in a prone position on your belly. Exhale, let that go. Such a beautiful stretch for our shoulders and our chest. Starting to move into the other side now as that right arm goes out to the side. Come onto those left fingertips. And we're starting to externally rotate that left hip up and over. Maybe you start to bring that left arm up and over as well as you come into half a bind. Let the head relax down to the floor. Open the hips, twist the spine, let go. Taking that last breath in and a breath out. That top arm, the left, slowly comes up and over, finds the floor as we come back into that rotation of the hips, the belly touches down. From here, just roll onto your backs and shimmy yourself back onto your mat if you've come off like I have. Take a huge breath in and then maybe open your mouth and exhale. If you do have that bolster, you're welcome to slide it under your knees. If not, allow the legs to go long. Relax every single bone in your body. Let the shoulders melt away from the ears. Fingertips gently curled. Take a huge breath in and open your mouth and exhale. Let yourself receive. Staying exactly as you are. Notice how you feel in this moment in your mind, and notice how you feel in your body. Notice this next breath as it moves through every single cell, bringing with it an energy that you wish to receive. Wriggle those toes and your fingers and reach your hands above your head. Stretch long, and then when you feel ready, just roll to your favorite side and pause. Have gratitude here. We got to have today, this moment. You have 2 feet and a heartbeat. What a beautiful thing to have gratitude for. Let that sit in your body. Keep your eyes closed, slowly come up to seated. Take a moment here just to pause. Breathe in. Breathe out. What energy would you like to carry with you today? So breathe in the words I feel. And exhale the words I choose to let go of and let something go. Do that one more time. Breathe in the words I feel. Breathe out I choose to let go of. Place your hands on your heart and feel into your spirit, your soul, for it's when we're quiet we're able to hear. Take a moment to acknowledge yourself, your body, and your practice. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Much gratitude, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this practice. My lovely Lily coming in and photo bombing the end of this video. Please feel free to like, comment, and share, and let me know what you would like to see more of. My Watch Your Language 6-week immersion starts on May 28th. So go onto my website, watchyourlanguage.com, to check out all the details. 10 people only, and it'll all be online.